When people say that planner or stationery friends are the best friends, they really are not lying. So I have this amazing friend that we've been friends for years. We sit by each other at hockey and that kind of thing. And I didn't know that she was into fountain pens as well until recently. And she gifted me this amazing grouping of inks and the cutest little ink holder. Let me show you this guy. He's adorable. So this is by Inkapad. I will find them and link them down below. But it's it looks just like the bears that they had for like the Starbucks bears that everybody went crazy for. And with a little green hat, and you take his hat off, and that's where your ink vials go. So it goes like this. So cute. I love it. So I'm just amazed by this little guy. He's so cute, and his hat is pretty secure. I mean, it has a little outcropping, so it's not just gonna slide off. So I have a cute little bear to keep me company on my desk now. And she also gave me 4 new inks to try because this one she ordered and like we both wanted it. But she ordered it. I've ordered different inks that I'm going to give her samples of. But this is the Esterbrook Pigeon Poop that they came out with. That I thought the name was hilarious. And it's a purple ink. I love purple. So let's go ahead and swatch the 4 inks she gave me. I'm going to be using my Iroful notebook and my Kakimori dip nib. I will link the dip nib and everything down below because I get a lot of questions on this. The Iroful notebook, I found mine on Amazon. So, but whatever notebook, as long as it represents how your ink is looking on wherever you happen to use your fountain pen inks, it doesn't really matter. So let's start with pigeon poop because I think it's a hilarious name. So let's see here. So very dark purple. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty. I like deep purples. Oh, I'm too far away. Hold on. That's better. And I think this is supposed to dry with some like sheening type qualities. So we're going to say Esterbrook. I spelled that completely wrong. Hold on. Sorry guys, my spelling is horrible. See. I can already see some other colors coming out in this like more of a reddish tone here. So this is going to be really exciting. I think I'm going to like this ink a lot. We'll see if I end up having to order my own bottle. All right, next, let's do this one. Now, this one did leak a little bit in the bag, which is why you see a little bit more on the outside. But this is a Kakimori ink. I don't have any Kakimori inks. So this is Atlas Evening Drive is what it's called. Think this is like a dark blue or a very light black, somewhere in that area. Yeah, even I think it's a dark blue, but we'll have to see. So I'm going to pull it out so I can spell correctly. I did get quite a bit on my nib. Sorry, guys. So I'm guessing it's an Atlas. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Evening Drive. because they just did a Kakimori event that looked so cool. I wish I could have gone because you were like custom blending inks and things like that. And I don't know a ton about Kakimori as a company other than they make amazing dip pens. So it would have been really cool to go. Just as a PR type plug, I do have an affiliate with them. And so I do have an affiliate code down below that is Jessica10. It should get you 10% off anything in, well, most things in the store. There are some pen companies that are excluded, like I think Estabrook, Pilot, and there's a few more. I have them listed down below for you guys. So let's do red next because she forgot to put the label on the green one, so I have to look it up again. So she went to the Detroit Pen Show. I had been hoping to go, but I ended up not feeling well that day, so I didn't. But this is the Detroit Pen Show 2025 Motor City Crimson Red, which was the exclusive ink they did for the show. She actually won a dip nib, like the Colorverse shuttle nib and holder, which I thought was so cool. She says it works great. I haven't tried it, but she says it works great. Oh, this is a really nice deep red. Who did this? Does it say? I'm not sure what company did this. So we're going to say Detroit Pen Show. And this is Motor City Crimson. I wonder why they chose red. Now, I didn't know that we had a Detroit Pen Show really until this year, so I don't know what they've done in previous years, like color-wise. I think it's a smaller, like, show, but like I said, I didn't make it, so I'm not 100% positive. Very nice red, though. I like deep reds, I'm not as big in the pinky reds. Okay, so I have my phone up next to me. I need to make a label for this one, but it's supposed to be the Wet Pen Inks Gasworks Park. So I'm excited to see what that is. It's evidently a green, so let's see. Oh, I'm guessing this green and red combo for Christmas would be really cool too. So I don't know if the Wet Pen Inks, if that's the brand. I'm gonna have to ask her. Gasworks Park. Or if this was another one from the pen show. If you guys know, feel free to put it in the comments. There's a couple of companies that I want to try out this next year. I'm just thinking of this because of the Gasworks. Birmingham Pen Company has some really cool ink colors that I want to get my hands on and try. And I think they're maybe I want to say Kentucky area, but I don't know if that's right. So let's let these dry, and then we're going to take close-ups and see if I have anything in my collection that's close to them. So first is that Estabrook Pigeon Poo, which I thought was going to have more shading, honestly. It's pretty dark. Does have some shading to it, but not as much as I thought it would have. I thought there was more variation in color for some reason. Here's how it turned out on the colorings paper. So pretty dark, really nice color. It's gonna write really well and just show up to the game. As far as finding colors that match this though, I have a little bit of a hard time. I don't have a lot that are quite this deep in purple. So my original thought was maybe it's gonna be close to Jane Eyre, and they're really not. This is so much lighter. Then I went to Robert Oster's Violet Clouds, and we're getting closer. This obviously has a lot more shimmer. We have blues in there and pinks. I think the base tone of this was more of what I was expecting. And then I have Lami's Blackberry, which sheens quite a bit. So it's mostly black, but when you get to the base color, it's a little bit darker, but I think it's about as close as I could get to something in my collection. I'm really happy to have a sample of this. I might actually buy a whole bottle of it because I really like this dark purple color, but hard to match in my collection. So hopefully that gives you an idea of where it falls. Next we have the Kakimori Evening Drive. Really nice dark blue, has some black bits in it. I really appreciate this ink. I like dark blues, and you'll see that when we look at some of the color comparisons. It seems to be just a solid color, not a whole lot of shading or anything going on. Now, my coloring sample is still just a tad wet in this area because I just did these, but you get the overall feel. I did have a drop of water that fell here, but overall it's just a really nice solid blue black, which is why my original thought for a color match went to Lami's Blue Black. However, Lamy Blue Black is actually lighter and has a little bit more of a sheen here. I think they are in the same realm when you look at this darker portion here, but for my swatch at the bottom, which tends to be more accurate for what I see when I'm writing with a pen, it's not as close as I would have thought. Now I do have a couple that are closer, however they do have other qualities. So if you like this color or vice versa and you don't want the shimmers, it gives you options. So the first one I pulled out was Diamine's Nightfall. I adore this ink. It is just so cool. And I think the base tones are pretty close. This just has like a teal shimmer to it and a little bit of a red sheen, and it's kind of got the everything. So if you want a more adventurous version of this, I think Diamine Nightfall is a pretty good option. Then I pulled out Diamine. This is from the ink vent from last year. This is Chilly Night. And again, I think the base tones are pretty similar. I think this one is a little bit more almost purple leaning, or maybe a little bit lighter, and definitely has more shimmer and sheen. The shimmer on this one is silver, and the sheen is kind of this blackish red. And the last one I pulled out is again from Diamine. This is Stargazer. Now this is just a sheen. I don't think it really, maybe it has a little bit of shimmer. I can't remember. But the base tones are pretty spot on as well. Just this one has a lot more sheen. So if you like the base color but don't like all of the glitz and glamour of these other inks, this is a great way to go. Haven't inked it up in a pen yet, but I think it's going to be amazing, especially for some of my super fine tipped pens like my Pilot Falcon. So excited to try that one out. Next, we have an ink that really surprised me as it dried, which is the Detroit Pen Show ink, which was Motor City Crimson. And you get this green sheen to it. It's a perfect, actually, Christmas color, I think. So really cool. The red is really vibrant. The green really contrasts with it. And it's, I don't know, just a really cool ink. You can see the sheen a little bit better on here. So it does look a little bit more almost muted in some ways on here. But I like both. And I like how much sheen we got. So as far as colors that I had that were close to this one, I struggled a little bit here because it is kind of this in between. It's like a burgundy, but it's a lighter burgundy. And a lot of my burgundies tend to be a little bit darker, like Oxblood, which I thought maybe, you know, we'd be in the same realm. But Oxblood is a lot more darker of a color. So they're neighbors. They're not quite cousins. They're neighbors. And then I pulled out Hound of the Baskervilles, thinking maybe this one would be a little closer, but it's way too dark. But it does have that green sheen aspect, so you do have that going for it. But the sheens are, this is more of a, like a forest green, and this is more like Evil Potion green. And the last one I had that was even remotely close was Diamine's Burgundy Royale. And even that, like, this is just much more into the purple hues, and this is more into like almost the orangey burgundy category. So sorry I don't have anything closer to show you guys. I'm excited to have it in my collection. I'm surprised that it's not closer to something else I have. And then the last one that I have is really interesting. So this is the Gasworks Park. Now on here, it looks very blue and has like a little bit of sheen. Now the iron gold paper pulls things to a cooler tone. So sometimes the colors shift quite drastically between this paper and the colorings paper. So definitely a blue on here. But when I swatched it on my colorings paper, it's green. Like, I've had a few inks that have done this to me. There's quite a drastic difference. This is very definitely a blue here, very definitely a green on here, 100% the same ink. On here we have like a reddish brown going on. On here it's definitely a reddish black for the sheen. Both colors are very appealing to me, but I did color match based on the colorings paper because I feel like that's a little bit easier since I have everything swatched out there. It's easier to put them side by side. So as far as this one goes, and I do have a lot of greens that are kind of in this category. So the first one I pulled out is actually Troublemaker's Butterfly Dreams. Now, obviously this has a lot of shimmer to it and everything, but the base tones I feel like are pretty close. So if you have this one in your collection, know that they go both ways. I believe the name of this ink company is the Wet Pen Inks, but I need to do a little bit more research. I'll try and link all of these down below for you guys though. So the next color I went to is, I was like, well, it kind of has that brownish tone and red and stuff that I sometimes see with Peter Pan. This is from Wearingeul. Love, love, love this ink so much. But it's a little bit lighter. This has a lot more shading to it and not the red. So I was like, oh, well, maybe we can do better. Let's see what we got. Then I went to Ferris Wheel Press's Verdant Voyage. This is a newer ink for me and kind of has that brown and gold going on. And again, I think the base tones are close-ish. Again, I think neighbors, not cousins. So really a nice addition maybe, or it might be close enough that you can get an idea of what this looks like. This tends to be closer to what I get when I go on the Tomoe River paper as well. And the last one that I pulled out was actually from that Wearingeul Peter Pan series, and this is Tinkerbell. So I think the very edge of Tinkerbell kind of matches a little bit. Obviously doesn't have the same shimmer. I think probably the Butterfly Dreams is my closest, but I'm not really sure. Hopefully that gives you an idea. Let me know which one you like the best, and what do you prefer to swatch your inks on? Do you have a specific paper that you always go to? I think I'm switching up in this new year and going back to the Tomoe River paper because I have a journal that seems to be good. Fingers crossed. And that's when I'm going to be using my planners, and I want the two to match. But anyhow, that's everything for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you to my dear friend who gifted these to me. I think you're amazing, and I'm so grateful. I hope you start your own little YouTube channel and I can give you a little plug. But anyhow, that's everything for today, and until next time, I'll see you real soon.